Dimitry Bivol, he defends his title. He wins a unanimous decision over Joe Smith. For the most part, Bivol, he boxed very well in this fight. He showed great footwork, great ring generalship. And the reason why I say he showed great ring generalship, because as Joe Smith was constantly coming forward and Bivol was constantly moving, he kept the fight in the center of the ring. He never allowed himself to get backed up to the ropes. But we can attribute part of that to Joe Smith not cutting off the ring properly as well. But I give Joe Smith a lot of credit because the fight was competitive. There were a couple rounds that Joe Smith actually won, and those were the moments in the rounds when Joe Smith, he actually got on the inside, when he got really close to Bivol. One thing that was clear watching this fight is Bivol is very uncomfortable fighting on the inside, just like a lot of former Soviet Union fighters are. Because the entire night, Joe Smith, he was trying to work his way on the inside. And once he finally got there, the only answer Bivol had was to hold and tie up Joe Smith. Now, don't get me wrong, Bivol was looking excellent when he was on the outside, when he was landing his right hands, when he was landing his counter right hands and jabs. But he's definitely going to have to work on his inside game if he steps up in competition against some young, undefeated fighter that can fight on the inside and fight on the outside. They could do a little bit of both. Someone is going to cut off the ring and force an aggressive inside fight. You know, it's pretty ironic because last week when I reviewed the Lara fight, I criticized Edeslani Lara for not fighting on the front foot, only fighting on the back foot. Meaning Edeslani Lara, he waits for his opponents to throw a punch and then he will engage with them. He always allows them to go first so he can counter. He never really initiates the attack, at least not in that last fight. He didn't do it that much, especially not in the second half, or at least what he did in this fight. And once again, like Edeslani Lara, Bivol was very reluctant to fight on the front foot. He prefers to let his opponent get off first so he can counter. The problem with him doing that is if he gets an Orlando Salido type of opponent, a Maidana type of opponent, someone who's a little bit unpredictable but very aggressive, and they overwhelm you. When you counter someone like that, you're not as effective because they will keep throwing punches even though you just caught them with a shot. So Bivol, he really needs to work on his inside game. And if his trainer can't help him with that, then maybe he needs to get a new trainer or a second assistant trainer that specializes in that category. But there's no doubt about it, Bivol, he has tremendous talent. He just needs to work on a couple things. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.